This simple acquisition system generated $75,537 in just 30 days. And we collected multiple payments, all ranging from $3,000 all the way up to $15,000. And we actually collected three $15,000 payments, which added up to $45,000. It wasn't always like this though. The situation before we implemented these systems was a hassle and was very unreliable. The offer had no funnel, no sales team, an unreliable appointment setting process. There was no sales process or solid sales process in place. And there was also no infrastructure and no paid traffic. The offer lacked systemization, and that all means there was no leverage for us to go off. All it offered was one weekly video call. There was no specific framework, roadmap, or value proposition for potential students to be sold upon. And this was the sales process / sales funnel before we actually implemented our process, right? It was simple Instagram content, which then went into showing business results through stories. So the offer beforehand was really showing results, the business, sharing tips and value here and there on reels and stories. The call to action for the actual offer though was not convincing and inciting enough, right? It was simple, DM me to learn more, which then led to obviously some people booking a call because the offer did actually manage to sell, right? Some people got closed, a lot of people didn't show up. And the chances of people even showing up to the call was slim because there was no email sequences to remind or SMS messages to remind people to show up to the call, and people weren't pre-sold on the offer or opportunity. Without a reliable system, we all know that lead flow is inconsistent and scaling really becomes a challenge because you start to hit a ceiling. There's only so much back-end work you can do in fulfillment and front-end and client acquisition you can do. And once you hit a ceiling, you can't scale, you can't move up. A refined infrastructure is key to achieving consistent and scalable results, right? So what was our solution? We go to our actual entire landing page and sales funnel. We had a normal, regular VSO landing page, right? The top of the landing page would include our value proposition headline. You cannot sleep on your value proposition headline. This must be dialed the fuck in, because if you don't have this dialed in, people are not going to be sure of what you're actually offering, what your promise is. Oh, I've seen this a million times. This is a dead offer. You don't want that to happen. So you want your promise, your offer, and your selling point to be dialed in. How do you do that? You answer these simple questions. What are you going to help them with? So you have to really find out and ask yourself, what are you helping people with? Who are you helping exactly? What does your ideal client look like? What result will they achieve, and in how long will they achieve this result? Once you answer all of these questions, you simply put all of those questions together into one short, concise sentence. And that's pretty much your value proposition headline. It's as simple as that. Just answer these questions and you have that all sorted out. Then below the value proposition headline, we have the actual video sales letter. This is the VSL. This is the video where you're doing the convincing, talking about who you are, what you do, who you've helped, basically giving them a push to the call to action, which is, booking a call, right? Underneath the video sales letter, there'll be a button, have a nice simple call to action, and have that spread all the way down the landing page. You also want to have case studies on the landing page, so video case studies, even if you can have that, video testimonials, pictures, screenshots of results. You want to have all of that on your sales page and landing page, right? You also want to value stack your offer. Don't just rely on your value proposition headline. Talk about all of each and every minute detail that is included in this offer or in your offer. Before someone's actually able to book a call, we want to ensure leads are a good fit. So we want to save time and resources by having a qualifying form before people are able to book a call. What does this include? Name, what's your experience in X, Y, and Z? This would be your offer, your business, whatever it is. How much do you make? What's your income? Do they even make enough to start this venture? This is not about if they have enough liquid capital to invest in your program or your service. Do they have enough income or money to put into the actual business model, if that's what your business model requires? If your business model requires, for example, ad spend, or you need capital to get started, do they even make enough to get started? So you want to have them answer this question, right? Because if someone doesn't make enough money, this is probably not for them, and you probably don't want to onboard them because this is just not going to be for them, right? Next question would be something like, how much capital do you have, or how much do you have saved up? You'd say something like, this business venture requires at least $25,000 to get started. Do you have access to this capital? Yes, no. Can they even afford paying for the program? And what I just said earlier would also apply to income. Do they have enough for the actual business model? If that is, in your case, required. Are they serious about getting into this business or this program? We want the question to be something like, for example, we would say something like, if this program is for you and you qualify for X, Y, and Z, would you be ready to get started straight away? Yes, no. If people say no, then they're probably going to waste their time, right? We don't want these time wasters. Why this business model? Why this offer? Why this service? Why do you need it? You now want them to let them write out their pains and their struggles and problems. They're going to write this out. Oh, I'm not making enough money. I'm working a 9 to 5. I don't like it. I want to travel more. I want to have more freedom. I want to be able to give my children a better life. I want to have a happy wife so I can have a happy life. Whatever it is, let them write out their pains, right? Because now, before you get on the sales call, you kind of understand, okay, the reason they're actually on this call is because X, Y, and Z, ABC, whatever it is, right? Next would be email and number. Most people put this at the start, but it simply puts people off. If you put this right up here, email, number, people will start to think, oh, I don't really want to put my email, my number in, it's too much information. They're just probably going to click off. You don't want people to click off, right? But if you put this at the very bottom, they've already answered all of these questions. They already answered all of these questions. They're most likely not going to click off. They're just going to put it in because they've already spent 2-3 minutes of time there and they're probably never going to get back in answering these questions, right? So you want to make sure you have this at the end. Okay. Then they are now able to actually book the call. And, we booked a pretty decent amount of calls, right? Now, after they book a call, they now are brought to a pre-call training video. We pre-sell them here, right? This helps leads show up prepared and pre-sold, increasing call success rates. When I'm telling you this increases call success rates, I really mean it. Because a training video increases our show up, decreases our no-shows, decreases our objections, increases eagerness. People are more eager to get started. We're pre-selling them, we're explaining the business model even more, going into even more depth about what the business model is about, who it's for, how it can help you, how it can change your life. You can do this not just for a business model, this could be about your service, how could the service change your life. We also handle objections. So in the training video, we go over frequently asked questions. Questions we get all the time, we just answer them in the video because we don't want to keep going over the same questions every time someone shows up on the call. We just want to have them answered before they actually get on the call, right? We talk about the opportunity, we show results, we show case studies. People are now interested, more eager. They're like, oh, this training video just pretty much breaks it down for them as best as possible, right? Then, so they should have made sure to watch this pre-call video. We send out SMS reminders, email reminders before the call. We want to keep leads engaged and interested. We don't want people to book a call and just forget about us and forget about the fact they even booked a call with us. So we want to keep sending reminders. 24 hours, you will send an SMS. 5 hours, you'd send an SMS. 1 hour, even 5 minutes before the call, you want to send a message. You send emails as well, not that soon apart or that close together. You would send emails every few days leading up to the call. Send out emails about the training video to make sure they've watched the training video. You want to make sure they've watched the video because we don't want people to turn up to our call and not have watched this video, because if they don't watch this video, it's going to be a lot harder to close them and the sales process will just be a bit more of a hassle. This now leads to either of two things, right? They either show up to the call or they don't show. If they don't show up to the call, we send out another 2 to 3 emails via an automated sequence for them to book another call so they then show up, right? Let's say they now show up. We close them for cash, we get paid, we get them onboarded. It's all a happy process, right? If they don't show up again, right? So if this now leads to this again, or no reply or no book, we just cut the lead, right? We only want serious people to join this program. So people that show up, they're getting onboarded, okay? And if we look here, yeah. Payments, $5,000. Paid in fulls, $10,000, $15,000. These are all paid in fulls that we just collect from this simple sales process, this simple landing page, this simple qualifying form. Everything we just explained, it all goes perfectly together and hand in hand. Why this system works is because it's a simple sales process. It allows for high ticket pricing and consistent client flow. It's very adaptable as well. This system can work for pretty much any opportunity-driven offer. There might be an offer for starting a luxury car rental business. I've talked to a few of these kind of businesses before. This could work for any of these opportunity-driven offers. How do we sell $15,000 packages? You're probably thinking, okay, this is all nice and all. You're selling $15,000, so high ticket. It's a very solid process and framework that you have in place, but how are you even selling things for that much? What person on earth is spending $15,000 on a program? And it's quite simple. Most offers and programs, they just offer one-to-one consulting, one-to-one coaching. Oh, you get one call every week, you get 2 calls every week, and you get access to me to ask me any questions. Okay, that's nice. But it's just not enough to be able to sell for 15K. We provide an end-to-end solution, right? This infrastructure that we have includes step-by-step video-based courses or a step-by-step video-based course, resources, multiple resources, scripts, and copy and paste solutions that anyone in our program or this offer can implement for themselves and save time, right? We have specialized contacts, sourcing opportunities. In this case, the contacts we have, they're very, very important for this business model, right? And sourcing opportunities also for real estate. We help them get properties sourced. There's also management, implementation of virtual assistants, how to automate your business and make life easier as a business owner. And there's just so much more that is included. I couldn't go over it. I'll be here all day. That's pretty much the entire system of how we've generated $75,000 in just 30 days. There's no need to overcomplicate the system. There's no need to overcomplicate the funnel. I've seen so many videos online where people are saying, you have to do this and this and this. It's really not that hard. It's really not that complicated. Just implement this, have a solid offer in place, have this sales process in place, and you're sorted to be getting numbers just like this. So if you're interested in how you can implement this entire process and system for your own offer or your own business, or even if you want to build an offer from scratch and implement the same system to potentially get similar results, send me a DM on Instagram. It'll be in the link in the description. Just send me a message and we'll see what we can do. I'm looking forward to posting more videos as well. I'm going to be posting a lot more breakdowns, and ask me any questions you might have in the comments below. I'll be happy to make further videos and further breakdowns on specific parts of the system. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.